Second grade show. We've had a lot of fun today. We performed for the school, so this is our first time in front of parents and friends. So thank you very much for coming. I would like to thank Mrs. Lemlin and Flat Stanley over there. Mrs. Bevelop was here, and Mrs. Bateson, and Mrs. Mikola, Mrs. Ireland, and Mrs. McIntyre. Thank you for coming to support us. Of course, we have Mr. St. Amand. Thank you, Mr. St. Amand, for being here for both shows. So, we would like to start our story for you of the 3 little pigs.
Oh, she's playing a xylophone. I don't know if I'll be able to get
Well, it was a long time ago.
Can't see her. Can't see her.
When animals could still talk to each other, just like people, and people talked like animals. When a mother pig, right around Valentine's Day, decided it was time to send her 3 boys on their own. And that's probably why. They were 3 boys. Apparently the mother smelled, so the boys weren't too upset about this, or they were just very sad. But the 3 little pigs had to go on their own. But before they left, their mother said, and she sent the boys on their way. Well, it wasn't long before the first pig was walking along, and he met a man that looked a lot like Mr. Vopel, a 4th grade teacher. And he said, Mr. Vopel, well, he had some sort of dogs that he really liked to take care of, and he was going to use the straw for a bed for his dogs, but he decided he would give that first little pig the straw to make a house. Now, this pig was very excited, and a tune just randomly came to his head. Well, unfortunately, the straw house looked really nice. But it wasn't long before there was a knocking at the door. And it was a wolf. And the wolf said, hey, little pig, let me in. pig said, "Okay, I see where this is going. No problem. I just got to huff and puff, and I'll blow your house down. Matter of fact, I'm a little composer myself, and I've written a song called Huff and Puff and Blow the House Down." Well, he did. He blew as hard as he could, and it was very easy to blow down that house, and it sounded something like this. And a wolf blew up the entire little house, and he didn't leave anything behind, not even the tip of the little pig's tail. Of course, the second pig didn't know anything about this. And he was walking along, and he found a man that looked a lot like Mr. April. And that's why he was wearing a hat. And he said, "We saw this man, Mr. April, carrying sticks. As he waited patiently for all the instruments, he said to the pig, to the man, the pig said to the man, 'Hey, can I have some sticks to build a house?' Well, Mr. Wright was thinking, or Mr. April, sorry. Mr. April was thinking he would use those sticks to build some sort of teepee outside in the back of Wilkins School, since he could never use the gym. Anyway, he decided to give that pig the sticks. And this pig had heard his brother sing a song about building out of straw, so he decided just to change one word, and, bingo, he had another song. Well, he built a nice house out of sticks. He worked on it for a while. He was pretty careful. He had a plumb bob and everything. And as he made that house out of sticks, it wasn't long before he heard a... And once again, the wolf came to the door, and he said, "Hey, little pig, let me in. I've met your brother, Tasty, and now I would like to come in." But the pig said, "Well, no problem. I sang a song for your brother. It pretty much was the last tune he heard. And now I'll sing it for you. It's called, in case you didn't catch the title the first time, Huff and Puff and Blow Your House Down."
Boop. There we go.
Well, this wasn't too hard, and it sounded something like this when he blew it down. And sure enough, the wolf ate up that second pig. The first one was kind of bland, so he used a little pepper sauce on this one, but everything was fine. it wasn't long thereafter that the pig met Mr. Saint Amand carrying a bunch of bricks.
Right? I didn't know.
And the pig said to Mr. Saint Amand, well, it didn't take too long to think about this, considering the only thing he was thinking about building was another music room with a recording studio and a nice stage and an orchestra pit. And so it was really a quick decision. Sure, you can have the bricks. So, the pig was so excited about this. Once again, 3 was the charm, and he decided to sing a song about building a house out of bricks. Well, of course, this house looked pretty good. It took him a while to build it, but when it was finished, it was very strong and tight. But not long after that, the wolf knocked on the door, and he said, hey, little pig, it's just me, the wolf. You might have heard of me around Amherst here. I want to come in. Can I come in? But the pig said, okay, listen, I'm getting kind of sick of this. I did it in the last show, now I'm doing it again. It's very, very easy. All I gotta do is blow a little bit, the house comes down, I eat you, everything's fine. So before I do it, and available on iTunes is my latest hit, Huff and Puff, Blow the House Down. He tried and he blew, and this house sounded like this as it shook, and he kept trying and he kept trying, but it didn't do any good, and he kept blowing and blowing and blowing, and he was exhausted. He looked like he was famished, even after eating 2 pigs already. But he thought, I am not going to give up. So luckily, he went home that night and came back the next day after he had written a song called Brick House. If any song was going to bring it down, it would be this one.